had my Wii U hooked up because I was playing Wii Sports Resort. I have had my chat on the wrong thing all day. Okay. I'm gonna play this for like an hour, I think. The Fable is cute. Oh, dang it, I didn't grab my all amiibo. Probably dead anyways. Where did I put my guardian? I have my guardian. I guess I'll use him even though he doesn't really do anything. LPS still doesn't work, but I also have Villager for Animal Crossing. Kabuki. I've never had Kabuki, but I do like them. Have I done 4 shrines yet? I want to say I've only done 3, but I'm gonna see. I really couldn't have made that entire flight. I'm glad this is still in the same place. I always use this one. I only have 3. Okay, I should probably move my camera back over. Why are the right side of my bangs always messed up? It looks like I have like no hair there. And I'm balding. I kind of want to use my phone today. To do shrines maybe. If it lets me. Tears of the Kingdom. Home screen. Navigation. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. Shrines. Powers. Oh, the Koroks have different names. There's hidden ones and traveling ones. I'll do hidden ones on here too. Oh, that might be too much. There's too much going on now. I'm gonna take the Koroks off. Why isn't it showing me where I am? Didn't it do that in Breath of the Wild? I don't remember. Probably not. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the tower over here. Not the map button. It's over here. I'll go to this tower. Maybe tomorrow I'll start with Xenoblade and then do the pizzeria. Because I need to finish the side quest that Croton was helping me with. Hello. Why are you just now doing this? Tulin's vow has granted you the power to summon his avatar. You waited quite a strange amount of time to do that. I don't like... I like this. I don't know. This map is weird. I'm gonna say it's like right here, just to give me a direction. There's never any Koroks under there. Wait, I'm scared. Do I want to go over here? Link, go. Look at these guys doing tricks. What? Why did that go up? What happened? Was I targeting it? What happened? I don't understand. It, like, literally, it went straight up. Am I crazy? Hold on, can you stop shooting at me for, like, 2 seconds so I can grab this? I want this for my cooking. Girl, who are you calling? I killed your friends. That was a crazy shot, honestly. Please don't fall. Okay. I'm kinda scared to go this way. I can't believe I've already done 2 of the areas. Like, I didn't even mean to do that on Tuesday. It just kind of, like, happened that way. I was at Zora and I was like, I'm not gonna do an area today. I'm gonna explore. And then I found Tulin and somehow I did the whole area. I knew picking up rocks would help. I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. What is going on this bridge? Leave them alone. Crap that I can do that. Doesn't really help. I don't really understand. I missed. That's crazy. I missed again. That's also crazy. My bow broke. Please don't do that. There's so many traps over here. I think I've made a mistake. Help! I don't have Mipha's grace. This is horrible. I need to cook. I gotta run. I can't. I'm scared. Please don't do that. Please leave me alone. One at a time, please. Oh, he missed. Oh, that's crazy. Please stop hitting me. I'm scared. I need more food. This is all I have. Can you let me- I don't like this sword. Oh. Okay. That's crazy. I hate two-handed swords. I was trying to be helpful because I think they were beating people up. Oh. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go this way. Is the tower in this, like, building thing? Probably is. Can't believe I've gotten this far and I don't even have all of the towers. I also feel like I barely have any hearts. Link. Link! Stop! I know you can stand in these places. Link, thank you. I don't know how he saved himself. Oh, I found the tower. It's not in this thing. That's good, because I didn't really want to go in there anyways. What's going on over here? Huh? Excuse me, my turn. Please don't cut in front of others. Oh. Should I really ask about that? No, maybe not. But then again, Are you here for a prophecy from the all-clucking cuckoo? I forgot how to say it. Get ready for your life to change. They say the cuckoo's words always come true. Actually, do you want to take my place in line? I have a lot of questions, and I need time to sort which to ask. Really, you'd be doing me a favor. Go right ahead. Can I actually... When are you going to be done? Welcome to South Akala Stable. Brr. Do you like horsies? I used to like bugs when I was little, but now I like horsies the best. I'm practicing so I can be a horsey when I grow up. Hey. Hey, mister. Did you come to hear the all-clucking cuckoo's prophecies? I came to ask if I'm gonna be a horsey when I grow up, but since the all-clucking cuckoo is so popular, the wait is super long. Do I actually get to, like, wait my turn? I don't know yet. I don't think so. Please don't be a hard shrine. Why is Link naked? Is that the shrine making him? Was I naked? No, the shrine made me naked, okay. Can I grab that, maybe? Why would you... Hello? Oh my god, hello? Hey. I'm scared. Oh, I don't like this. I actually really don't like this. What are these things? What? I don't know if this is supposed to help. Oh, now it wants to do something. I can't pick that up. I can also move this pipe. Are they just beating him up? Is he doing anything? Well, I think he's doing something. I missed. Hey! They see me. Link! I'm scared. Hi, Phelan. I'm scared. Help! I'm scared. Okay. That's one of them. No. All this stuff's mine. Ah! Oh god. I don't have any food. Oh no. Help! Get up, Link! Is there any food in here? Probably not. I don't know why there would be food in here. I don't like this shrine. I don't like this shrine. Hey. Hey guys. I'm just looking for some food. I don't think there's any. Let me in. There's no way that I will ever do this. Can I leave the shrine? I don't have any bows. Oh my god, this is not fast. Dang it. I don't like the shrine. I might just walk away from it. No! Let me out. I don't want to be here. I think I need more hearts, and then I can come back. I can't believe they didn't put any food in there. Look at the horsies. I already have a horse, but I never use them. Oh no, please don't attack me. I don't really understand why I would want to use the horse over running and teleporting, to be honest. Didn't mean to do that. Here. I thought we were a bit closer, but... Oh my god. Just walked right into the fire. Oh, I thought that killed him. Dazzle fruit? How did I went under his armpit. My bow broke. I just started using that bow. What the heck? Hi. Oh, he's coming back. I missed, I think. he's gone. I don't think I have to worry about him for a second. Huh? We met at another Skyview tower, didn't we? I dashed here as fast as I could, and it looks like you're pretty fast too. Did you come to see the Skyview tower? I hate to say it, but things are a bit of a mess right now. A mess? Oh no. The flying monster took the terminal from the Skyview tower. Good grief, that sticky-clawed terror has a habit of stealing things. I'll never fix the Skyview tower at this rate. Oh, okay, I got him. Where'd he go? Does he have the thing then? Really, Link? You can't do that? Uh-oh, I've lost sight of the monster. The terminal. Must have fallen somewhere, though. I can't fix the Skyview tower without it. What? Am I blind? Hello? Oh. I got it for you. Mister, you got the tower's terminal back. Let's install it in the Skyview tower. No time to waste. I'll tighten this, and done. There, that's not going anywhere, even if a monster is real determined. I couldn't have done it without you, I really appreciate it. That was one of the easier ones. Thank you, that really helped me out. Now I think I'll squeeze in a break just for a while. Didn't mean to talk to him. Watch me die because I can't see the ground. Where do I go? How many shrines? This game is really pretty. I can't believe you can see so far out. Running out of stamina. Please don't be a hard shrine like the other one. Prone pathway. What? anything in here? What? Help! I'm scared. What the heck? We have to go up there. But I don't know how. When I charge, I don't really know what that means. Hey. Hello, I can't see. Are you Yoshi? Yeah. All her was Poor Yoshi. I don't know what to do here. I'm not very smart. I made it. I don't get this. I can't get to that anymore. Help! I feel like I messed it up because I can't get back to the first thing. Oh, I'm on top now. Oh. Well, that was easy. Oh wait, I can't get here. Or can I? Okay. Dang it! What the heck? Do I have... Maybe I should have checked. I do have pine cones. Hello, Link. Oh my god, please get out of the fire. It doesn't work in here? I can't make my big... What the heck? Oh. I can't grab my own fire? Okay. Oh, I made it. It's fine. I wasted some wood. And a pine cone. And some flint. But it's okay. Now I can finally go get a heart. Or some stamina. Do I need 13 hearts to get the sword? I don't know how this game works. I can't believe that didn't work in the shrine. Speaking of those boxes, I'm gonna use the Guardian. I hate that there's no like the blue swords and spears and stuff, because those were my favorite weapons in Breath of the Wild. What the hell is that? It is a Gleeok. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Oh my god, he's shooting at me. It's raining, so I can't climb. Here. Oh my god. Is everything that I have on me metal? I didn't even drop that. Did I drop that? I don't know. Confused. I don't want to be here. I'm gonna go find another tower. Where have I been playing this? Where am I going? I'm gonna go towards the red. I can't believe I don't have Rivali. Like, that's crazy. I've never done this. Maybe like once. I'm so sorry. Oh, can I not like attach this to the sign? I want it to like, yeah, okay. Why didn't that move? What's happening? Is this fat enough to fit here? This. Please don't fall. Thank you. I can't talk to him. Hello? There we go. Will he be okay? He won't fall? I don't get anything for that? Okay. I assume I have to do all of them to get something. Hmm? Thanks. What a random time to give me that pop-up. We've been here. I do want to get more wood. Get off the tree. Whoa! Why are we doing flips? Oh wait, he'd be nice to me. I shouldn't have killed him. Now I feel bad. I forgot the trees come alive in this game. Oh my god. Can you not? Get up, Link. Why am I not being helped? He's just standing there with his sword out. I kind of want that. Just so I can get some wood. That's probably enough. Keep going this way. There's a ferry. What I need to explore for is food. I don't have anything. I don't even think I could cook anything. Are there no fairies, like, around? I know what you are, monster. You've come for my blessing of clothing enhancement. I've heard this land is now smothered in gloom and overrun with monsters. I will never hear the musical violin. Nice. I'm never doing that. Like, who the heck would I even bring here? Why is someone always, like, banging right above me when I'm streaming? Am I being loud? Then why are they always banging on the floor? It sounds like they're knocking. Maybe next time you see them, you should ask them if they installed a trampoline. My nose is running. Where's my camera? One sec. Okay. Oh, don't go in there. Go, Link, go! Go! Dang it! He barely... Bruh. He could have made that. Okay. We'll go around it. I don't know exactly where I'm going for this tower. My plan was kind of just walk over here and find it. Let me get these peppers. also need to go get a heart. Shrine. Oh, right. There's this big gloom thing here. I don't know what that's about, so I don't know what to do about it. What about that? Dang, okay. I'll go this way. I'll figure that out later. Which means I'm gonna Google it whenever I'm ready to go there. I guess that means I can take the stamp away. And this one. I can put one here. Here. I think I'm gonna do Zora next, but I kind of don't want to do it for like a little while, because I don't know. I feel like I haven't explored much in this game. I feel like there's so much I should do before, because I've already done 2 areas. What the heck? How did that happen? I didn't mean for that to happen. I think almost didn't make that. What is going on here? I wish I could use Tulin's thing 3 times, like Rivali. Why do I have to wait? It's not helping me, like it's not giving me an advantage to anything. I just need to fly. Dragon. I just don't know. How do you do the whistle thing? Can you not do it in this game? I swear I know how to do it. Hold on, wait. I think maybe I was messing it up. You crouch when you do it? No, I don't know. It's not? Okay. That explains it. I do that all the time in Breath of the Wild after someone taught me how to do it. That was like my main way of getting around. Ooh, I'm gonna kill these guys. They have a chest. Where the heck is my thingy? Yes. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, now he wants to see me? Okay. Oh, ouch. No! Dang it. How are you not dead? What the heck? Come here. His weapon burnt. That's funny. Wait. What do I have? Where did that guy come from? Hello? Link! Why'd he sneak up behind me? I always forget that I can just blow those barrels up. Why do I never do that? I don't want that. Or not. I don't know. I'll swap it. Where is literally anything here? Need to get some height. That one I haven't done? I think it is. I'm gonna go this way. I can't believe there's Gleeox in this game. I should have marked where he was, because I do want to fight him. Just for funsies. The Gleeok in, Phantom Hourglass is one of my favorite bosses. I think it's Phantom Hourglass. Hey. Dang, he had all this meat on him. What the heck? Oh, he's pissed. I stole his food and then I killed him. I'm so sorry. Now I feel bad. They're just over here trying to get food for themselves. I'm gonna try to ignore him because we're friends. Oh god. These guys have a chest? Hey. I need more food. Come here. I didn't really have anything going on, so now I kind of feel bad. A Lionel bow? Never mind. That sounds cool. And a bunch of arrows. Some tree is gonna come alive and attack me here. Anyone know where I was going? That way. I think. So many mushrooms. I can't believe I'm not having pizza for dinner tonight. That's crazy. We're having chili mac. But not actual chili mac. Will this heal me? No? Oh, it does. I thought there was a fish that I could catch, but okay. I should probably mark this area. With a heart. Cause me sleepy. And now he's greedy. Did you get him more snacks? Did you buy him more snacks? Dang it. Now he's gonna be bothering me all day tomorrow. What the heck? I told you yesterday he was almost out. That's crazy. My eyelid just twitched and it was very uncomfortable. My head hurts too, apparently. That was a strange feeling. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's raining! What the heck? What the heck? Dang it. Oh, I could have made that up. Think, why did you make it rain? Can I change the weather? Yeah, I knew that wouldn't work. I finally make it over here and it's raining. That's crazy. Let's see. Nope. No, I know you can stand here. No! There we go. I knew I could cheat it. Oh, wow. That's bright. Oh, it is raining, so I don't know if that would help. No wonder it's raining. They don't want me to get in here. Can you? Do I want that? Take it over this. It's the same thing. No, it's not. It looked like the same thing. That's strange. What the heck? Look at the weather! What do you mean? Oh, I have to build like a cover for it so I can... Bruh. Whatever. Blood moon. I still haven't changed the blood moon command, but we do have blood moo. And the old blood moon.
When the glow of the blood-stained moon shines upon the land, the aimless spirits of slain monsters eat heavy flesh. The world is threatened once again.
All those guys I just killed, they're back. I hate doing this. Probably make it longer. No, I have to learn how to let go of the button that makes it turn. Why do I have deja vu right now? I feel like I've done this. Dang it. Well, it might work. No. What the heck? Why can't Link be slightly taller? Now, was it good? Thought that would work. So, why did you decide to not burn out? Oh, because it's raining on you, I guess? Oh no, now my whole thing's on fire. Oh no. Okay. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay. Oh wait, it did burn up. Why the door not open? Am I just doing the wrong thing? Hello? How do I use buttons? I just want this one tower before I get off. Is that too much to ask for? Dang it. Go backwards. No. Is this not how you get in here? Oh, I could have opened the door the entire time. That's a sign that I need to get off of stream. Well, it's nice and pretty up here. I think I know who I'm gonna raid, but I want to go get a heart first. I'm gonna teleport to this. Should I get a heart or stamina? I feel like I need hearts. I only have 8. I have a lot of stamina food, so I'm not like super worried about struggling with that anytime soon. Heart container. Freaky. Thank you. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow with more Papa's Pizzeria and Xenoblade. I'm gonna raid Mike if he's still on. Dang, bless you. Mike is playing Commander Keen. Goodbye Galaxy. I don't know what that is. But hope everyone has a good night. Stay safe. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.